knowing you can catch up in your own time. The Global News Podcast brings you the stories you need to hear every day. Listen wherever you get your BBC podcasts.
I'm Christian Fraser, and this is The Context.
You're going to see the British doing pageant and the British do pageant like nobody else. So what you will see, frankly, will be jaw-dropping.
William looks very handsome, but Catherine is so much prettier in real life than what when you see her on the TV.
To get a good view, because if you're going to come, you want to be on the front row, don't you, really? I'm sure Charles will be looking out for us.
Our history and heritage comes to life if you come to Britain, but you have to come to Britain to experience it.
A very good evening. Welcome to the programme. We are at Buckingham Palace tonight ahead of the big event on Saturday, the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla. We have a packed programme for you tonight. We'll be looking ahead to the most ancient of ceremonies at Westminster Abbey in the company of two people who were there in 1953. In fact, one of our guests even sang at the christening of the King in 1948. We have TV royalty on standby as well. Catty Kay is down at the Abbey for us tonight, where things are almost ready, just the last touches, the last rehearsals, with nothing left to chance on a big occasion like this. We'll talk about what the coronation is and what it isn't, the role the King has played in the preparations, and how the people, the Commonwealth and the different faiths will be included. And then at 9, the Royal Watchers will be here. Robert Hardman and Christine Ross joining us ahead of the big occasion on Saturday, both of them taking part in the BBC's coverage. But let us begin with what the royals have been doing today. You might just be able to pick up behind me the royal standard, which is on top of the palace, fluttering in the evening breeze, which tells you that the King is in residence at Buckingham Palace. And earlier today, he went down to the Abbey for a walk-through rehearsal, and then he returned to the palace where he's been receiving visitors this afternoon. And this is the picture that really stands out. This is Ayunca Domingo Pease, and he is the chief of the Amazon tribes. He's flown here all the way from Ecuador to present the King with a headdress, a crown of rainforest feathers. It's the highest honour that they can bestow, and that marks the commitment that the King has shown throughout his life to the environment, and particularly, of course, the preservation of the Amazonian rainforests. Meanwhile, the Prince and Princess of Wales took the new Elizabeth line, the Tube, down to Soho in central London and went to the pub. And they paid a visit to the Dog and Duck. Here they are walking down Old Compton Street. This is one of the oldest pubs in town, in support of the hospitality industry, which has had such a torrid time of late. While he was there, the Prince spent some time pulling a pint, getting a feel for it. In fact, the pint that he pulled was a pint of Kingmaker. It's the first time the brewery have put that on tap, and that was the first pint that they had poured. In open jacket. Open shirt, a sharp contrast to the pomp and the formality that we will see on Saturday, of course, and the role that the Duke will be playing within it. And there is the pint that he's pouring. And then, of course, he promptly put that down and had a pint of cider. So let's hear from someone who has spent many years working closely with the late Queen Elizabeth. He is the former Buckingham Palace Press Secretary, Charles Anson. Charles, lovely to see you again. You spent so much time in that building behind us in the royal household. This is a momentous occasion and a historic occasion. What will the mood be like among the royal staff right now?
Well, it's a long time